this is the topic about, God only gives us what we can handle. And this is a great example for that, because part of the story was that I was in the middle of, my life and work and everything in LA. And what happens is that I was going through my immigration process, and part of the immigration process was that I had to leave the country in order to kind of like reset my status in a sense. And it was going to be several months long that I had to leave. And I was thinking, okay, where would I go? And at this time, I'm kind of looking, to settle down, and I've established a life, and I've established a career, and I've established so much. And so now it's time to settle down and have a family. So I figured, where's the next biggest hub outside of New York, which is the biggest concentration of Jewish people? Where's the next biggest hub? And that was Jerusalem. Great, that's out of the country. So let me go to Jerusalem for this period of time that I had to leave. And so I spent a lot of time, looking for a wife during this period of time when I got out. But I was a little bit sad that I had to leave the country, because I was also in the middle of
you were heartbroken.
Yes, I was. I really was. But also I didn't want to go to Israel to go take somebody out of wherever they are already, established, and then kind of say, listen, my established life is in America. I didn't see that working. But I said, hey, if this is what God is putting in front of me, I have to just show up, and I have to do what is called of me. And I didn't know what I was going to expect. I just said, I have to take this to the maximum. Like Liam says, that whatever she did, she always showed up. And that was also a value that I grew up with, that it's like, whatever it is, if you're showing up 100, and sometimes even 110%.
Yes,
and so that's exactly what I did in Jerusalem. And, so from my side, Liam's name comes up a few times. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, an American who had a dream to come live in Israel, and I'm going to take her away from her dream? Not happening. And all these people were like, no, but you're going to love her. Trust me. And I see her on the other side of a room one time, and I see this beautiful, woman who's just all smiles. And I was like, the heck, who is this person? And like out of the whole room, she's the only one with this smile the size of the room. And so I just head over and I just say, who are you? Like, who are you? Basically, like, right. And it turns out that one of her roommates, a girl that I kind of went out with as well. Mm-hmm. And she's like, well, this is the girl I'm trying to set you up with, basically. not exactly in those words, but effectively that. And
which I didn't know that was happening until way after the fact. And
exactly.
I'm like, man, was I the ostrich with my head in the sand the whole time? Like, how did I miss all this? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. And so long story short, I tried pursuing, and I was getting invited, but then all of a sudden these family things were coming up. My sister gives birth, a relative, a very close relative gets married, all these and it's exactly the Friday that I'm getting invited to this. Like, I wanted to go there, but I couldn't get out of family commitments. And so it was just like everything was just like lining up and then a crash and lining up and crashing. And I was already so fed up. And here's my time now that I'm going back to America. Everything is settled. Everything is everything. And it's on my last day. And I'm like, this girl who was this young woman that I was trying to meet up with, there has to be something more. I mean, why else? Why else? And so again, I'm trying my best, even on my last day, the last minutes, to see what's going on. And you heard that part of the story, which was pretty accurate. But again, it's just really believing that I knew that there was a bigger thing at play. And so I was walking, like Gracie's saying here, that I walked by faith. I did bring that up, and I really did believe that there was something bigger happening, and I just explored it, and I went with it. So